Saw a bird flew down this morning as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.
Reggae to reggae.com.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original. Oh my. These words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things are.
Welcome to Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. Today, we are at the end of the King's proposal, and we are going to be doing today our show entitled Living the Proposal. So let's get right into it. We won't be listening to the King's proposal again because I'm sure you all know it by heart. And now that it's time to move from the promise to the fulfillment, we are going to just look at exactly how we can every single day of our lives take advantage of the proposal and live it out. So here we go. Using our 4 rules to celebrate life, our first segment will be living the proposal from the point of view of knowing where we are going. And so know where you're going. Second segment will be know your driver. The third segment will be pay as you enter. And the fourth will be enjoy the ride. So as you see, I am dressed in my celebration outfit so that we can all enjoy the ride. I wonder if I could give you a little grips. All right, so that's it. And we are going to be enjoying the ride every moment of every day. And it is possible. And we are going to do it together. Know where you're going. I am not veering off of the path of living on a daily basis under grace. This is how we live the proposal on a daily basis. Because everything that has been offered to us has been offered to us under grace. It's not about what we have achieved. It's not about who we are. It's not about what we can do or cannot do. It's not about how many times we fail or succeed. It's not about what they say about us. It's all about our personal relationship that we develop with our Creator through Jesus Christ. Because once we have not just a relationship intact, but we also have a ongoing resource of everything that we need to carry out this proposal, to live it on a daily basis, then it is so much easier than just winging it. And so the basis for knowing where we're going has got to be the Word of God. And so, I really encourage us all to never be sidetracked and distracted by the work we do in church, out of church, in whatever endeavor we think we have been called to. Don't be distracted by the work you are called to do. Do not be distracted by the attendance to church meetings or to meetings of your grouping or to interaction and fellowship with those. Now, all of these things that I am mentioning are good, but in order to embrace and live out the proposal, we need to prioritize. We need to decide what's most important, so that we maintain our balance, because that seems to be the main reason why we become imbalanced, because we're not looking at prioritizing, putting what is first, right? So we mentioned about the work we do, the fellowship, the interactions with others, which are all very, very important. And this brings me back to the original relationship hierarchy. And I cannot stress it enough. Anytime there is a problem in any of your relationships, whether it's with your family, your work, your school, your community, your environment, your church, or any other entity that you interact with, anytime there is a dysfunctionality, we need to go back to the prime relationship, which is our relationship with our Creator. And regardless of whether you are a student of the Word or not, the way to get back is to come back to His Word. And, with the internet and so many different ease of communication, we need to use every communication pathway that we have available to us to interact with the one who can give us direction for all the other relationships that we have. And so it's important not to get sidetracked. Primary is primary. Primary means first. It means that is where our focus must always remain. Because if our focus remains there, He will channel it where it needs to go. But if we put our focus elsewhere, then it can be deflected as it bounces off the wrong entity. The only place our focus is to remain is in the relationship that we maintain and sustain with our Creator. And so if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling disappointed, if you're frustrated over anything, if you're hurt, you're feeling guilt or shame, you're fearful about something, if you are stressed, if you are lacking, I'm just looking at all the ones that I've experienced and found that this has been the antidote to my issue. All of these can be corrected instantaneously by renewing our primary relationship. And so it's so important for us to understand where to head when we have that need, when we have that dysfunctionality anywhere else. That has got to be made. So that's the role and direction that we're heading in. We must maintain that direction of making our relationship with our Creator the primary relationship in our total existence, and therefore bring it down to the primary relationship of our time. So you need to go and listen to the time management series, which is about 40 days long, and it covers every possible relationship that you could have. And once you go through those relationships and prioritize them according to the relationship hierarchy, then you will bring everything back into balance. So remember, balance is not about having equal parts on opposite sides of the fence. Like you playing seesaw, or balancing stuff in balance scales, or you're trying to equal up this with that. No, it is about priority. When we prioritize our lives and make a decision to make our Creator our first call, hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one, and you shall love the Lord with all thy heart, soul, mind, and strength, putting nothing before him. Excuse me. Today I have it's guava. Yes, it's guava juice, and this is made with cane juice. Whoa, I spiked it with cayenne pepper. Whoopsie. Cayenne pepper and lemon. Wonderful. Remember, cayenne pepper is very, very healing. Even if you have stomach ulcers, it is healing. Listen to what the Creator said. And the lemon, again, if you have digestive issues, is the most alkaline fruit. Now, forget that thing about lemons and limes being acid. They alkalize in your body. And if you want to keep your body alkaline, then you have 2 glasses of lemon water every morning. And you're gone clear. All the body is getting alkaline. All the other acidic things that come in are turned around back to living the proposal and knowing exactly where you're heading. So remember, setting the right direction is the primary and priority course of action for staying on course and for knowing exactly where you're going. Anything happens, just take a break, go back, seek first, and prioritize your relationship so that he is the first course of action. I want to just mention one thing that we very often don't seek him first in, and it is in sickness, illness and sickness. Boy, I tell you. Well, you see, it has to do with not knowing the word, or if you know the word, you're not following the word, right? What does it say in James? He said, anyone sick among you, call for the elders, let them anoint you with oil, and then the prayer of faith. Don't call for no faithless elders who don't believe in healing. The prayer of faith shall heal the sick. Talk more about this. Soon come back.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition?
Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created
reggae2reggae.com.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Oh my eyes. These words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got.
Hi, we're back, and we're back on Celebrate Life, where we're looking at living the proposal. So we have already accepted the King's proposal, and now we have become the bride of Christ. And we know that in the betrothal period, you are already married, although you haven't consummated the marriage. You are already married, and so you start living the lifestyle of the bride. And that's what we're doing from now until kingdom come, right? So it's not a matter of waiting for the good by and by. We are expected in this dispensation to live as the bride of Christ. Once you're able to embrace and accept the proposal of the King. So that's what we're doing here today. And we're setting a pace for the next 40 days when we're going on a very special fast. But I'm not telling you about that until we get into the Pay As You Enter, which is the next segment. But we are here now in the Know Your Driver. So let's talk about knowing this driver and what he expects, etc., etc., etc. 1. Accepting God's words of proposal means that you need to be totally dependent upon him. And I have the wrong notes, but guess what? Because I have spoken about the downloads that I get immediately. Then we will just work on the downloads. All right. Now, we were not made to live in lack. One of the promises of the King of Kings, knowing your driver we're talking about here, right, is that he has said, I have given you everything you need for life and godliness. Then he starts to list them out. He says, 1, it is the Lord thy God, me, I, have given you, who gives you health. So health is a gift. So that you can use that gift of health to acquire wealth. And then, once you have acquired that wealth, then you use that wealth to keep his covenant, to advance the kingdom of God. So we here have looked at health, wealth, and its purpose. There are three more entities that we need to look at, which he has also given us. So we looked at the health, a gift. You use that gift to acquire the wealth, which is also a gift, but the utilization of the health is the means through which you come into that gift, because that gift is tenfold, threefold, fivefold, 100-fold, 300-fold, 1,000-fold. And guess what? As we did in one of our programs before, there is another dimension outside of that. What is it? It is immeasurable, beyond measureful. Yes. So it's totally up to you which one you want to choose. You know which one I have chosen. Beyond measureful. Because that's the only way to go, and that's the way I have determined that I will go. So, as we look at knowing your driver, health and wealth, those are two givens there that we sort of looked at a little more. Then, moving on, we have peace, love, and joy left. Well, I want to look at some of the channels through which we have been given the gifts. And there's a verse somewhere in John, not John, but the epistles, First, Second, and Third John, and it says, I wish above all things that you prosper spiritually, that you be in great health physically, as your soul prospers psychologically. I bet a lot of you thought that verse was about money. Lots of people preach it as financially. It has to do with wealth. Wealth in the spiritual realm has to do with always having abundance, more than enough, so that you can carry out Deuteronomy 8:18, which says, God has given you health so that you can get wealth, so that you can expand the kingdom of God. So whenever we get to the place where we think that the acquisition of wealth is for our own gain and for us to increase and our lifestyle, then know that you are under another curse which says you worship either God or none. And when you are using it upon your own desires, it says your own lusts, then that means you're under the control of mammon. When you are under the control of the Spirit of God, then you use it according to this book. Health to get wealth, to expand His kingdom. So, we are looking at the three parts of our existence and how that comes together. What has the Creator given us so that we can utilize it in the acquisition of the 5 components that we need to have. The number 5 is very significant. And here it is significant of what I call the 5 elements of spiritual life or abundant life. And they are health, abundant wealth, abundant peace, abundant love, and abundant joy. All of which are promised to us in the here and now on a continuous basis, 24/7. I like to parallel them with the 5 elements of life. They are fresh air, water, pure water, sunshine, earth foods, and pulse electromagnetic fields, or PEMFs. Now, if you want to come back into perfect health on the physical plane, you gotta have more life. Enough fresh air, enough sunshine, enough water, enough earth foods. Not the ones out of a tin, a box, or a process. Moving on, and all the PEMFs that will keep your energy pathways clear. Let's go on to my spiritual hand. Here we have abundant health, abundant wealth, abundant peace, abundant love, and abundant joy. Now, in order to maintain all 10, if you have all 10, you will be in perfect health all the time. And it is possible to maintain all of them by, one, recognizing that He wants us to be spiritually prosperous, to be in great physical health, spiritual, physical, even as our soul prospers. Consequently, the operational area is the area of the soul. And that's what we're going to be looking at in the next segment. How do we engage our relationships and our emotions in order to embrace our 10 components that we need of the physical elements of life and the spiritual elements of life. So think about that, and I think that we need to go and get a piece of paper, some paper in a break, and get ready to write these down. In fact, during the break, get paper, write down what you remember of the 5 physical elements of physical life, and write down what you remember of the 5 elements of spiritual life, because we are going to break them down and see how they contribute to an ongoing, continuous enjoyment of enjoying the ride. That is even in segment 4, but we're still in segment 2, which ends in 1 minute. So let's just know where we're going. Let's know our driver. Let's put in our part, which is coming up in the next segment. Pay as you enter. And let's learn how we can enjoy the ride. From here at Celebrate Life on Reggae to Reggae. Remember, any of our older programs are available. We have done over 100 programs, and they are available on reggae.com in the archives, or they can be accessed on my own website, celebratelife.me, or we are in the process of putting them all on YouTube. So there's so many ways to find out what the Word of God has to say about my life and about your life. And so the answer is really in our hands, our choices, and our decisions. So we're going to talk about our choices and our decisions when we come back. So come back.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Join me for Celebrate Life, where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
It's Dr. Cheryl Chung from Celebrate Life. Stay tuned. You're on to RTRradio.tv.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com, and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things are.
Hi, we're back. And we are living the proposal. We have already listened to all the aspects of this wonderful King's proposal, and this time we are living the proposal. As I told you, I forgot my notes, so I'm writing as we go along, as I'm getting the downloads as to what we should do. So we look at Know Where You're Going. We are going along a path of grace, a path of having everything supplied, and having made the choices and decisions that this is the path we want to go down, because we have all the supplies there. And so we have decided we're going to seek first. Let that be our priority, especially in our relationship hierarchies. And remember, anytime there's a dysfunctionality, then it means that you need to look at the fact that you have not sought him first. You haven't put him first. Something else has come in the space where he is supposed to be. Because once you seek him first, he's the one that reconfigures all the other relationships, right? Okay. And then we looked at knowing your driver. He's the one that then supplies all that we need. And we looked at the supply of the spiritual and physical elements of life, which are all given by him. Additionally, he also directs us as to how we need to prioritize, to seek the purpose for these things. This plus that equals physical health, the 5 elements of life. Similarly, over here, he supplies the 5 elements of spiritual life: the health, the wealth, the peace, the love, and the joy. And especially when it comes to the health and the wealth, we need to understand the connectivity, the purpose. Health to get wealth, wealth to expand the kingdom of God, not to use it upon what we call upon your own lusts, right? So we're into our third segment now, and we're doing pay as you enter. And in this segment, what are my choices and my decisions? How am I going to structure my thoughts, my words, my deeds, my time? And what verse shall I use now? I mean, there are just so many. I know. I'm going to use one of my favorites. Joshua 1:8. Come on. This book of the law shall not stop coming out of your mouth. Morning, noon. No, let me not go there first. The book of the law, make sure it doesn't depart from your mouth. Meaning that in every request, if somebody says to you, I need to find out how to do X, the answer is in the book of the law. I need to find out how to do Y, the answer is in the book of the law. This book of the law must be the answer to every question and must be the comment to every situation that needs a comment. You know, so very often we go around commenting on things that have happened, in that we very often people come and they say, what a thing happening here. All these things happening in Jamaica. Look at that kid. Look at this. Look at. And we give our own opinions. The only answer we need to answer is from the book. So we need to orient our thinking processes according to this book. You know, when my husband passed, it's now 1 year and 3 months, almost to the day, on December 20th, 2012. You know, the first thing that came to my mind, and also the question that I was asked most is, how are you going to manage without him? How are you going to manage without him? Because he was such an integral part of, I can't say my life, our lives. And the answer came from this book. How am I going to manage without him? I said, first of all, I am not going to mourn the way the world mourns. I am going to appreciate the fact that he left when he wanted to. And he is far better, when I say far better, far better. If I loved him, wouldn't I want him to be there? And therefore, should I even think of wanting him back? This book is what gives you directions when you are in tests, trials, challenges, and potential stress of any sort. Lack, loss, you name it. And so we need to answer every question. Every comment made on what is happening in our environment needs to come from this book. Not to throw up our arms and say, how am I going to manage? What is this country going to come into? That is not a response that comes from this book. This book says that God has a plan for my life. It says God has a plan for this country. God has a plan for my family. God has a plan for my community. God has a plan for the organization where I work and the school I am involved in. God has a plan, and his plan is not to harm or to hurt, but to prosper us and to bring us success. Joshua 1:8, I'm still there. This book of the law must be the only response you have. It is not appropriate to do the, I don't know why God don't. He's answered all the questions. He has answered all the questions. So you don't know why? Look, it's all here. And it's very clear because he makes his ways known to those who seek him as their friend. Your choice. Do you want to be a friend, or do you want to be a casual acquaintance who hasn't a clue how he operates? It's all here. So here we have a situation where we are looking at what should we do. Look up the law. Don't let it depart from your mouth. Always, it must be the answer. It must be the question. It must be the comment. It must. And don't let anybody tell you that you always have an answer out in the Bible. That's where all the answers are. So why should you look anywhere else for it? Wonderful. Not depart from your mouth. But you should meditate on it day and night. So morning, noon, and night, you need to have it before your eyes or in your ears or be mumbling on your mouth, with your mouth, meditate, mutter, ruminate, think on. Day and night. Then you are to observe, to do. Having meditated on it, then you now have to analyze. That's what the word observe here means. Analyze it so that you can understand how to put it into practice. How was it used? How effective was it? What is it supposed to accomplish? All that analysis is for the purpose of putting it into practice, to do. And is it reports of it? Or is it most of it? It says all. Observe to do all that is written therein. I don't want to stop at that place, because guess what? There's no way I can all that is in the And so this is why we have to accept the King's proposal, because once you do that, then there is no striving, there is no working hard. It's just relaxing and allowing the Spirit to do it through you. And so we have the opportunity of just being, instead of working so hard, just being and allowing Him to just download into our spirits the resources that we need to carry out what He needs us to do. But it comes from a basis right here. So as we look forward to enjoying the ride, this is our part. We have got to make sure that the book does not depart from our mind. We must meditate on it day and night. Then we shall observe to do all that is written therein. Then we shall make our way prosperous, and then we will have good success. We all want that, don't we? So we're going to talk about that in the next segment. So come back.
Oh my these words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Uprising Roast Band, I represent the reggae2reggae.com. Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, boom. Sing, check out, I'm out. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Bang, bading, bidong, bang, bang, bidong. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Yeah, the uprising.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created
Reggae2Reggae.com.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things are
Nice. Hi, we're back. And we are looking at enjoying the ride. Yay! We are going to enjoy this ride. Because, you know, one of the things that I learned very early in life, you know, I was probably about 7, you know, and I used to say, my father was an elder, and I used to say to my daddy and my mommy when I got home from church, because we went to every church service. And then my mother was a Salvationist. She was an officer in the Salvation Army. And so we went to the Salvation Army church services, and we went to the Brethren church services. So we were involved in all of them. So we got all the teachings, we got all the balance between the, you know, the word and the action, and you know, it really was a wonderful experience. But I had a little puzzlement. I used to go and I say, why is it that whenever we have testimony meetings, the testimonies are just like out of a script? And this was a script. This life is a hard life. He never said it would be rough. And, you know, pray for me as I pray for you. But God is in love. The harder or hotter the trials, the sweeter the victory. And they came up with a face looking like a donkey and went back down the same way. Well, I thought to myself, why I don't want to know that? Because I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I love to laugh, I love to dance, I love to enjoy my life. And if that is how this thing works, then, you know, later for that. Okay, so I would ask, what about that part that says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light? That's not true in this situation. And that was when, you know, I didn't get an answer. I got an answer that says, you know, people have to face a lot of troubles and so on, but you have to just learn to give them to the Lord. Okay, that is the answer I got, right? Which was true, but it didn't satisfy me. And so I went directly and asked the question. And you know, we used to listen to those teachings about the yoke being fitted exactly to the person, and the fact that, you know, it always fitted you. Your yoke fits you properly so it doesn't dig into your flesh and stuff like that. And it's a perfect yoke and blah, blah, blah. But I said, if that's the application, then it's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be heavy. It says, my yoke is easy. It is going to be easy. And it's going to be light. And I decided at age 7 that I was going to accept this proposal to become a child of God, to embrace him as my father, and that it was going to be easy and it was going to be light. And that was along with the whole abundance. Those were the 3 things that drew me into this decision and choice. But I needed a little assurance. And I said, give me something to assure me. And that's when I got my elephant and moose. Yes, man, the elephant and the moose. How this works is this. He says, guess what? Just picture the 2 oxen being pushed, and there is a yoke over them, and there's a plow going down, which is plowing up the field, right? That's my life and my circumstances and my environment and everything, the plow going through. But the two persons plowing are my master and myself on every plow. Your master and yourself. And sometimes if it's not the right master there, you know why I'm in such a rocky road. All right, moving right back to my situation now. And he says, just imagine that you are a musmus. So here am I imagining I'm a little musmus running around. You know what a musmus is? A little teeny weeny mouse. Right? And then imagine that I am an elephant. And I said, okay. So my side of the yoke is over the musmus. And his side of the yoke is over the elephant. And I said, well, that means I'm not carrying any weight. Easy, light. He's carrying all of it. And that is why it says whenever you're having a challenge, a burden, or cast your burdens on me. Because I will just tap on the yoke and tell him to put the trunk over this side. You know the elephant trunk? And I just jump on the nose of the trunk, grab the trunk, and sit down on top of his head. And go for a ride. And then instead of take out the yoke, I just run back down to under there and then, pretend like I was doing something. No, this is not a joke. That's how I deal with every challenge that faces me. Your choice, my choice. I made a choice when I said, burden light, easy, yoke easy. And so I understand that every time I am under the circumstances, under the load, experiencing stress, is when I have chosen to take the burden instead of accepting the invitation to cast it on him. Consequently, it is our choice if we want to enjoy the ride, whether we are going to take this on us or we are going to give it to him. And that brought me back to the other verse that we spoke about. I wish above all things that you prosper spiritually, be in great health physically, even as your soul prospers. And that's the whole psychological self. The self that deals with the emotions and the relationships. And so I have to make the choice to engage those gifts. Remember the 5 elements of life? 5 elements of physical life, 5 elements of spiritual life. Am I going to engage those in my process forward? And if I do, then that happens in the soulish realm, where I have my thoughts, my feelings, my decisions, my choices. It's the area of the emotional and the relational. The emotions I have with myself and the relationships I have with everything else and everybody else. And the emotions I have with myself are going to be exactly the same emotions I display in my relationships. But let's get to the bottom of this, because the emotions I have with myself are directly related to my relationship with my Creator. My relationship with His Word and His book, His instruction manual. Am I going to follow these instructions? If I have a challenge, am I going to look in the troubleshooting back pages that will direct me to the answers in the manual? You know, so very often I have I am technically challenged. So I have a lot of these devices. You know, I have 17 therapeutic machines, and they are all computer or close to computer or energy related. And whenever they're not working the way I expect them to work, I have to go for the manual. And then I look in the back section where it says troubleshooting. If this happens, press that. If that happens, press that. So the ultimate manual here. This is the ultimate manual. Instructions and troubleshooting section around here. No, it's around here. This is the front. This is not a Hebrew manual, right? This is the front and this is the back. And on the back here they call it the concordance. Or sometimes they have a lexion or whatever. But just look in here. What do we need? And everything emanates from a problem with one of the 5 elements of life, which are health, wealth, peace, love, and joy. All gifts. We spoke about the health, given so that we can get wealth. And the other 3, we looked at how to acquire them by looking at Joshua 1:8. The book must never pass from out of your mouth. Right? And also, the other aspect is, remember, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer, supplication, with thanksgiving. Make your request known to God, and He will garrison your heart and your mind with His peace. And that leads me to the last one. Oh, I have 2 more. Joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And joy is a gift of grace. The gift of joy when you are experiencing trials and thorns. That's what joy is. A gift again. So of course the last one is love. And we know that only place that we can get real love from for ourselves and for others is from our Creator. He is love. Because He loves, He gave. Will you accept that gift of love today? Because it is only as we accept, embrace that gift of love, which is the foundation for everything that is and shall be, then we will be able to celebrate every moment of every single day. So as we come to the end of our series at this present time, we are going to invite you to be a part of our 40-day fast, which is start on Ash Wednesday. And that is, we are going to fast from everything, from speaking anything negative about the facts, about our country, about ourselves, or about anybody else. And we're going to see how we can bring up all the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful information about all the good things that happen to us, those around us, and to our beautiful country. So until our next series begins, it is Shalom from CelebrateLife.me on reggae2reggae.com.
Oh my eyes.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.